as I have shared on many of my videos, I am crazy passionate about tapping, and I want the whole entire world to be tapping. So on my days off, when I lived elsewhere, I used to take a train. It would go about an hour and a half or something like that, and I would just get on the train and I would sit next to strangers and I would say, "Hi, have you ever heard of tapping?" And back then they would always say, "No, I haven't." I say, "Well, I'm a nurse and I wonder if there's anything bothering you. I could show you how to use this amazing tool." So nobody ever said no, oddly enough. And so I would tap with these people. So I sat next to a woman. She had a wrist brace on, and I started asking her about this pain. She explains to me that she was on this very train and the doors were closing, and she reached her hand out to close and the doors closed on her. They opened right away. It wasn't a crushing injury. It wasn't a sprain. It was a mild like that. But she was in excruciating pain. She asked, when the train stopped, she asked the staff if they could drive her to the hospital. If they could drive her home, if they could drive her home. And they said, "Well, no, we can take you to the hospital if you think you need that, but we can't drive you home." So she had all this anger about how she was treated, about all this. So we tapped all that, tap, 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 got still pain, still pain, still pain. So then I said, "Is there anything about this that you can think of that might be adding to the pain?" Because again, she didn't have an injury, not a physical injury. And she said, "Well, I watched this video," and this had been 8 months already. She'd been wearing this brace and in pain. She said, "I saw this video before this happened to me of a man in Japan who put his arm out and the door didn't open again and he got dragged along the track and was killed." This was her connection to this door and her arm. As soon as we tapped out that trauma, she took the brace off and she didn't have pain again. So that is a story where you thinking your brain goes, "Oh my God," you don't even know that there was something else connected that causes the pain. And all of these are really where pain won't go away or it's blown out of proportion. These are all, maybe we'll even do a pain series. I don't know. Okay, thank you for watching and please subscribe.